Good evening, everybody. Thanks for your applause. I appreciate that. Welcome to Wellesley High School Jazz Evening. We're so glad you could join us on this Tuesday evening. A little chilly outside. We have a real treat ahead for you. We have three outstanding groups to play for you tonight with some great music. My name is Michael Collins. I'm the K-12 director of Performing Arts. It's our pleasure to welcome you again tonight. I'd like to say a few thank yous. First of all, thank you to our high school administration, Dr. Chisholm, our faculty here, the custodians who helped us get this place ready tonight. Thank you to all of your support. So please, a round of applause for Dr. Chisholm and our high school administration. Tonight, joining the light and the sound are our students in our tech department, as well as Becky Gray, our tech director. Would you please give them a round of applause? Thank you for the sound and light tonight. I would like to thank and acknowledge our community, our school committee, our central administration. As I say at every concert, we're so fortunate to have such support with Performing Arts in Wellesley. And I thank the school committee for all your support, as well as Dr. Moose here in our central office. So can we give them a round of applause and thank them this evening. Our Performing Arts department as well. These students performing tonight all had started in our elementary schools with their music. I always like to acknowledge their names are in your program, and we always like to thank them as well. And the final thank you tonight I have is for our POPs, for our parents of performing students. Thank you, Melissa Mack and Kelly Maroff, for all of your support. Thank you to POPs. We'll give them a round of applause for your support of our group. Just a few emergency items that I need to mention. In the case of an emergency, there are exits at the back of the auditorium and this door over here. Hopefully we'll be all set. There's no intermission this evening, but if you need to leave the auditorium, we ask that you do so in between selections. The restrooms are directly across the cafeteria. As I said, there's going to be a transition between our first group and our jazz program, jazz band, but there is no intermission tonight. I really want to get the concert started. Our first group coming is the 10 or 11. How many gold medals? 13. I lost count. This group has won 13 consecutive gold medals at our state jazz festival. Their accompanist is Mr. Chad Wyrick. I want to acknowledge our man Chad. Chad, come on up. Please welcome Dr. Kevin McDonald to the stage and the rest of the singer.
Good evening. Welcome to our jazz concert. So again, these are the Rice Street Singers. When we talk about jazz, the evolution of jazz, and history of jazz being so rooted mostly in the South and through New Orleans, the history of local jazz really has a root in the Pacific Northwest. I had the opportunity to study at the University of Idaho under the direction of Dan Buckridge, where I learned a lot about jazz and jazz choir. And this first tune is one of his arrangements. It combines Let's Fall in Love and When I Fall in Love. Hope you enjoy it.
Baby
And this next piece of music is an arrangement from a phenomenal a cappella jazz group known as The Real Group. If you've never heard any of the arrangements of The Real Group, I really do strongly recommend you check them out. But this particular piece is called Bumblebee, and it is literally a rendition that is a musical metaphor. You'll hear bumblebees in the arrangement itself. However, the meaning behind it is more about being humble and being good and doing good things for this world and in this life together without necessarily looking for credit. So it's a great little sentiment and it's a great piece of music. So please enjoy Bumblebee. So this next piece, as you see in the program, is Georgia. Sometimes the evolution of this particular piece of music is confused by some people. I don't know if you've noticed over this last week, but you may have had to wake up a little bit earlier and warm up your car and maybe even scrape some ice off of the windshield. Well, that's exactly what Hoagie Carmichael and Stuart Gorell were thinking in 1930 when they were sitting in their third floor apartment in New York City, looking outside, thinking about how cold it was and how icy it was and how snowy it was. And they started to dream about traveling south, south being to Georgia. And they started to bat around some melodic ideas, and soon this piece of music came to life. Later made exceptionally famous by Ray Charles. This is one of my all-time favorite pieces. We're featuring Nick Galazzo on tenor saxophone. We'll also be featuring Ava Marat for soprano solo. So let's all think warm thoughts as we travel to Georgia.
And here's a hit song that many of you know from Frank Sinatra. This is a little bit of a Latin flair to it, arranged by Kirby Shaw. This is Fly Me to the Moon.
Thank you so much. You're in for a great night of jazz with our 1 o'clock jazz combo and our 2 o'clock jazz band. Before the Rice Street Singers leave the stage, we're going to sing a song for you that is truly one of my all-time favorite jazz ballads. It's something I heard for the first time when I was in my undergraduate degree at the University of New Hampshire, and it's a melody that has stuck with me ever since. So this is Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square.
Night we met
Thank you all so much. So it'll just be a few very short minutes for a quick stage change, and then we get the 1 o'clock jazz combo. Thank you so much for sharing the night with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your patience as we transition to our jazz ensemble. First of all, another round of applause for the Red Street Singers. Great job, Mr. Singers. Now over to Mr. Steve Stark, he's our director of band. So we're going to have 2 ensembles tonight, the 1 o'clock jazz combo and then our 2 o'clock jazz band. Would you please welcome the 1 o'clock jazz combo under the direction of Steve Stark.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get things started with a piece of music by Sonny Rollins. This is Tenor Madness. One, two, 3. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Wellesley High School 1 o'clock jazz combo. That was Tenor Madness from 1956 by Sonny Rollins. We are going to stick with Sonny Rollins for our next one off of another 1956 album called Saxophone Colossus. And this one's called St. Thomas. We're going to also think about maybe warmer, breezier places, maybe even further south than Georgia. Here comes St. Thomas. Thank you very much. Our soloists on both of those tunes, Frederic Cigar, Wyatt Park, Jordan Posnick, and on our first tune, Joanne Zhang. How about it for our soloists? We're going to move now to a tune that was recorded in 1954 by jazz bassist Oscar Pettiford and his Jazz All-Stars, and it's become a jazz standard in the idiom. This is one that every jazz student gets to know, whether it be a big band version of it or this combo arrangement of it. This is Blues in the Closet by Oscar Pettiford. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Our soloists on that one, Wyatt Park, Frederic Cigar, Joanne Zhang, and Jordan Posnick. How about it for our soloists? We're going to go now to 1967 and Cannonball Adderley album called Live at the Club. And this is a very famous jazz standard that lots of my students have loved to play over the years. This one's called Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Thank you so much again. That was Wyatt Park, Frederick Cigar, Jordan Posnick on our solos. How about it for our morning service? And then our final tune for the jazz combo today is going to be a tune by Red Garland called Blues by Five, written in 1956 from his album Cookin' with Miles Davis. This is Blues by Five. And a one, two, a one, two. Wellesley High School 1 o'clock jazz band. We have Frederick Cigar, Wyatt Park, Joanne Zhang, Ryan Kim on bass, Jordan Posnick on drums. How about it for the 1 o'clock jazz band? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have a quick set change, and here comes the Wellesley High School 2 o'clock jazz band. Thank you so much. Chip 1, 2. Is everyone able to hear me on this? You want louder, or is this good? Not hearing anything. complaints. That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, Wellesley High School 2 o'clock jazz band. How about it for everybody? Okay, we're going to get things started with a tune that is from one of John Coltrane's most popular album, if not his most famous album, Blue Train, 1958. This is Lazy Bird. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was Lazy Bird by John Coltrane. Our soloists were Nick Nicolazzo, Anson Richmond, and Andrew Song. How about for our wonderful soloists? All right. Moving on to our second tune, coming back to Sonny Rollins because he's just got so many wonderful tunes for students to study and so many great tunes just people love. This one is Doxy, an early composition by tenor saxophonist Sonny Rollins, and it was originally recorded with Miles Davis in 1954. This is Doxy, Sonny Rollins. so many great soloists in this band. How about it for our soloists, which were Anson Richmond, Osnaimo, Liam Fitzpatrick, Jacob Grunick, Alex Sue, Nick Nicolazzo. How about it for our wonderful soloists? Our next tune is a blues. This is 2 Degrees East, 3 Degrees West from the 1956 album of the same name by pianist John Lewis. And we've got lots of great blues soloists on this one. Without any further ado, this is 2 Degrees East, 3 Degrees West. Lots of wonderful soloists on that one. We had, and really just, I mean, practically half the band, if not more, took a solo on that one. Nick Nicolazzo, Niles Bowditch, Liam Fitzpatrick, Anson Richmond, Joanne Zhang, Jacob Grunig, Andrew Sung, Brendan Nicolazzo, Ben Harris, Mason Kahn, Alex Sue, Colin Ross. How about it for all of those soloists? And I think, as a teacher, I can think of lots of times as a teacher where you're trying to kind of coax some kids to take some chances, and it is such a pleasure to teach all of these students, both in the 1 o'clock jazz combo and here in the 2 o'clock jazz band, who are so open to learning the jazz language, to not treating jazz band like sort of concert band with a swing style. They are actually trying to learn the language and learn to improvise, take risks. It really speaks a lot to the great culture in the room, that everyone just feels comfortable and even excited to try some stuff out with each other. And it's a lot of fun being a teacher of these students. So how about it for these wonderful students? Very, very quickly, thank you so much, very quickly to Michael Acabo, Director of Performing Arts, thank you so much. Dr. Kevin McDonald, Rice Street Singers, how about it one more time for that wonderful song? Becky Gray, our auditorium manager, who's making everything sound and look so great up here, and to all of the wonderful helpers that work as techies with Becky Gray to learn this skill. So thank you so much for your help tonight. To Allison Madden for putting together our program, to Pops, Nina Conan, Tanya DuPont, and all of our wonderful band parents. Without you, we could not do what we do here. Thank you for driving baritone saxophones and drum kits around town and bass amps, etc. Thank you so much. Without any further ado, our final tune is just one of my favorites, one of my favorite composers, Duke Ellington. It's from the 1940 and is based on the chord progression to Gershwin's I Got Rhythm. So everyone can picture the melody and the chords and how I Got Rhythm goes. It is 100% legal and okay to use a chord progression and reinvent a new melody over it, and that allows for jazzers to know one song and how to improvise on that song, and then with us, know how to improvise on lots of songs. If we only could copyright, if you could copyright a chord progression, we would have one blues song, and then that would be it. Whoever wrote it would have, gotten to do that, but we are allowed to share chord progressions, and so this is the same chord progression as I Got Rhythm, but with a kind of new twist to it. This is Cottontail by Duke Ellington. Drew, Niles Bowditch, Andrew Song, Anson Richmond, Ben Harris, Jacob Grunick, Nick Nicolazzo. How about it for our soloists? And ladies and gentlemen, how about it one more time for the Wellesley High School 2 o'clock Jazz Band?
We have a couple thank yous to make before you leave. First things first, what can't be said that hasn't already been said? Thank you, DMAC, for all that you do for our fire department and all that you do for Rice Street. It wouldn't be the same without you. You make us what we are.
Our next thank you is for someone who's not here, our amazing choral pianist, Chad Wyrick. And he makes every choral class fun. He is an amazing piano player, and you know he's not here. We want to thank him. So.
A final thank you from all of the band department goes to Mr. Scott. The countless hours he's put in, the after-school rehearsals, staying after, really just encouraging us, inspiring us, telling us to take more solos and to really deep dive into the world of jazz. Really just has helped us push ourselves and really just get to that next level. So we just want to say thank you, Mr. Scott.
And thanks again so much for sticking around, everybody. Thank you to everyone who's been here. There's lots more in store. There's a band concert coming up right after Thanksgiving. But before that, of course, there's the Wellesley Needham football game, so everyone make sure you get your Wellesley gear ready and dress up warm. We'll see you very soon. Come on back. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much, everybody.